So starting off, we can see I go ahead and I use Yoimiya's bow here, and honestly, I didn't account it for the time because genuinely I don't really think it matters that much because Yoimiya is not doing a lot of damage here. Really what we're trying to see is how much Ineffa's damage can contribute to this team. I'm running Yelan because Columbina's not out when I'm recording this and when I'm making this video. Columbina will be a massive improvement to this team overall and honestly might make Yoimiya very, very runnable along with Ineffa. Ineffa herself was contributing 412,000 damage. That's insane. She was contributing nearly 30% of the total damage, and she's just an off-field character. You add Columbina on top of that, who's also another off-field character, and Columbina's gonna buff and help out Ineffa. It is really, really strong. We could talk about a couple of things as to why Ineffa really works well on this team, and I think the number one thing we have to point out in the room is the fact that Ineffa is running her new Nodcry artifact set, the Silken set. This artifact set, when Columbina gets added to the team, will give it 120 elemental mastery, 60 more than what is given right now, to every single character, so any reaction they do is gonna get buffed by that artifact set, meaning this is gonna be a really strong team. On top of that, Ineffa's also shielding you, which is really imperative for Yoimiya, and Yoimiya really wants a shielder. If you interrupt her combos, that's a lot of damage loss. However, to be fair, there's not much damage there to begin with. This team does still only do 1.5 million, right? It's not that strong, really. 1.5 million, we'll see later, is a joke compared to the newer DPS numbers, right? Now, my newer DPSs are a little more invested into, but we can also look at Mavuika, who, my Mavuika at C0R1 has done 3 million damage in a rotation, so we literally have half of that with this team. But Columbina is on the way. We can't forget that. It is looking very promising. And with that 1.5 million damage, it does come out to 83,000 damage per second, DPS, which, to be honest, isn't that bad. I do think that with Columbina, we could see this team go up to 100,000 DPS, depending on how much your Columbina is invested into. Because, yeah, Ineffa plus Columbina is gonna be just that good, to be honest. Like, it is just gonna be that good. There's nothing else to it. It's gonna be that good. This is gonna look great. So getting into Arlecchino here, we see, just setting up the rotation here, 31,000 damage from the Lunar Blooms, 34,000, and now we see 140,000 from Arlecchino, allowing us to do the Overload and Vape reaction, 150,000, constantly at 34,000 again from Electric Charge, Lunar Charge, whatever you want to call it. Now that's pretty strong, 34,000 we saw there. I would like to point out that between Yelan's burst there, we most likely did do another Lunar Charge reaction, and I don't actually count those. If I can't see it, it doesn't get counted, which is a, error in the way that I do this, but it also, allows me to practically do this. So you can consider another Lunar Charge hit, possibly bringing Ineffa from 446,000, because yeah, that's how much damage she did, to maybe closer to 500,000. Not bad at all. And this team almost did 2.3 million damage, and that means Ineffa almost did 20% of the team's damage. This is a C2R1 Arlecchino. This is really good. A C0R1 Ineffa able to do 20% of the team's damage, that's pretty good. Like, there's no other way around it. That's just really good. It is important to note that every single Lunar Charge reaction I did give credit to for Ineffa, because it is her reaction and she's the one enabling it on this team. However, technically Yelan would also be enabling it, so give or take how much you want to, give Ineffa credit for it, but Ineffa does get credit for it. So Ineffa can do tremendous work for Arlecchino, and I haven't even mentioned one of the best things about Ineffa. When you use her Q, you get an EM buff proportional to 6% of her attack, which may not seem like a lot. It may not seem like a lot, but Ineffa very comfortably, at least mine does, sits at about 2,100 attack. That means this character can give 126 elemental mastery just by popping her Q. Combine that with the artifact set, she's almost giving 200 elemental mastery. That's pretty good. No matter what you say, she can give 240 with Columbina. Again, the stocks for this character just went up. Like, she has proven to be one of the best supports they've released, right? The stocks for this character, up. Now we get to talk about something fun. Yeah, the second rotation with Arlecchino. But you will be surprised by how well Ineffa does here. Again, she's giving all the other buffs. Arlecchino can't heal. She's giving a shield. Fantastic, amazing support. Synergizes so perfectly with Arlecchino. And ends up letting our team do 2.7 million. But that's not all. Ineffa, this time, also did 530,000 damage. It's quite a bit higher than the previous run. Why? Luck. Literally, it's just crits. I'm like 99.9% sure. There was no reason why Ineffa would have done more damage this run. Actually, nothing changed. There's no reason. It's just now she's doing 530,000 damage. Yeah, just 500,000. While also giving possibly 240 elemental mastery. And literally, well, actually, when you guys watch this, it's already happening. Like, Columbina's already there. 240 elemental mastery. And she's given the ability to do lunar charge, right? And because we got so lucky with Ineffa here, we actually got, you know, like minus 0.1% contribution. She basically contributed the same percent of damage comparatively to a C2 Arlecchino getting her second rotation. Now, this rotation did take me a little bit longer. It ended up being 22.15 seconds. I'm doing them in 15 millisecond intervals. But that's kind of the damage. 124,000 damage per second. Not bad. I mean, we saw some of the attacks that Arlecchino was doing. 200,000? That's pretty good. You guys have all been screaming, I know exists. I know. Not I know, but I know. Yeah, I made a mistake when I initially recorded this, and yeah. But hey, I did decide to use I know, and it wasn't bad at all, because guess what? It's all you need is Hydra application. Yelan's kind of bad at this point. So we ended up doing a lot of damage overall. Well, not exactly, you know. And Ineffa hit one of her record highs. And I mean, I haven't addressed it, but you can have a better Ineffa build than me. I don't think I have that amazing of an Ineffa build. It's pretty good, but it's not like, oh my god, I love you. This is amazing, you know. And again, Columbina's going to increase Ineffa's damage. So, like, she hit for 560,000! Add Columbina, and she's going to be hitting for 600,000. That's insane! So, adding Ino made us do, in total, a little less damage, because my Ino's, like, level 60. So, like, don't read into it that much. But Ineffa did 25% of the damage. What the fuck? She's a quarter of the team, and she knows it. So starting off with Flins here, I mean, I sadly can't track exactly who's in charge here of all the lunar charge and stuff, because you technically don't need, you know, Ineffa to do the lunar charge reactions on this team. So giving her all the lunar charge reaction hits would be a little bit of a misguidance of my powers here. But what I can tell you is that Flins hitting for 379 damage is a lot because of Ineffa. She has her weapon, 40% lunar charge damage. She has her passive, 14% extra lunar charge damage. Ineffa regenerates energy for Flins. That's also another thing, right? Because Ineffa is a character who's electro resonance, extra particles, go like, that's all you need to know. Flins goes great with Ineffa. She's got a shield that has saved me so many times. And that led us, all of these things have led us to do 2.4 million damage. Now, that's not as much as the Arlecchino teams, but, like, if you look at the DPS, now that's a lot. It's 143,000 for 17.5 seconds. It's a little bit weird with Flins, because The cutoff point is technically when I stop. Like, normally when I do the rotation, it's about 18, but I would say all you have to do is once you do your third plunge, switch out of Flins, and the DPS go up. That's all you have to do. I just don't do that when I play, so I figured I would do it, because, like, it's literally one button press that I just choose not to do. Yeah, I think genuinely Ineffa has to be one of the best aging characters they've ever released. I don't see this character being aged out until, I mean, Columbina's going to be added to the Flins team, man. Like, this is insane. 17.5 second rotate. Well, we'll see what Columbina's actually at. I don't know. She could have an 18-second cooldown. But that's really good. There's no other explanation for it. Like, it genuinely, Ineffa is like one of the best characters they've ever released in terms of like leading into a new like region. Like, I've never, like, Kazuha would be like the first place obvious one, but Baiju didn't really do anything. We didn't really have that great of time with Emily. She's still in second place, and first place was like the best character in the game for years. You know, like, people were still arguing it even in 4.0 if he was the best support in the game, best character in the game. You know, I would say Ineffa really is a just amazing character, and she has aged so well. Yeah, this character, phenomenal. I truly believe that anybody who gets this character is going to absolutely enjoy her, even if you don't have Flins, because all you need is Ino, and then they're a good pairing. Or even just throw her on a Pyro DPS's team that, you know, uses those normal attacks like Arlecchino and Yoimiya, and they work phenomenally. And if you get Columbina, realistically, I think you probably are just Columbina on field. Probably, maybe. So, yeah, I absolutely, if you guys want to summon for Ineffa, obviously go ahead and do it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.